Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bama Standard, your number one source for Alabama football and Alabama legends. We are streaming live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I'm your host, Over the Hill Piloter and Bama grad, Justin Riley. With me, as always, when the garage door isn't tearing up his lift gate, all SEC linebacker Marvin Constance.
Hey man, you know what that CTS stands for, don't you? Cut the shit, Justin. Let's go.
Before I was interrupted, like I'm always am, comedy legend Steve Brown.
Hi, how are you? I'm back. He putting on all that lip gloss with that pink shirt on. I wonder what he just finished doing. Hey man, look, man. Hold on. I'm not coming back to this now. I missed y'all. I missed y'all,
I'm
man.
so happy. I'm so happy to have Steve back. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? Hey, Steve, let me find out you a lizard lot on the side.
Hey, are you putting on that lip gloss because you're about to go on your OnlyFans profile to do this show too?
Hey, man, look, I'm back, man. I'm back. I'm ready to go.
Oh,
let's make it happen.
Got the shades too.
Yeah, man. Man. Don't y'all look. Just welcome me back, man, with open arms, man. I got on shades.
Nothing but love.
I didn't know these were shades. I tried to put on my Stevens glasses, and they ain't. Steven. Hey, there ain't no Stephen M. Smith shade. They don't like no tinted rear car window, man. Nah. hey. Stephen M. Smith glasses come already blind. Look.
It's so you can get the real experience, is what it is.
You buy them blind. All right. So, Justin, all right, let's do this thing all over since you got rudely interrupted by Marvin, one hair on my chest constant. All right, so, here we go. Are you ready, Justin? Take two. All right, take two.
Take two. Well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and start where I'm at, but I want to introduce everybody to our man who provides Paul Feinbaum with a paycheck, senior analyst at Touchdown Alabama Magazine, Stephen M. Smith, and yes, his glasses are available in our gift shop.
And his shirt. And ladies and gentlemen, Stephen M. Smith's shirt is made out of now later paper. Look. It's authentic and sticky. It's very sticky.
And speaking of appearance, looks like he also got a fresh haircut. Updating your profile.
Yeah, I see.
All right. Well, now it's time to introduce our guest, the reason why we're here tonight. And to properly do that, I'm going to turn the mic over to the biggest hype man in the game, Mr. Stephen M. Smith. If you would, please introduce our guest.
Man, Justin, I want you to do this, Justin. You do this one, Justin.
He can't read the cue card. Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest, when I say, man, when I was in high school being recruited by Alabama, when I used to go to practices, I used to watch this fella along with Chris Hood wreck practice, shut it down. And I was like, wow, so this is what college football is really like, man. Along with Eric Curley and a bunch of other dudes, man. I mean, watching them play in high school was like the thing that really made me go to Alabama. Watching that level of dominance. Them boys put on clinics. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only. What other name could you ask for? He has the serial killer name of the year. Mike Mars, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right.
Hey, when you hear
he is not a dragon slayer.
Mask on.
Hey, Mike, what's happening, killer?
What's up, man? I know you can turn this show out now, Steve. I used to go to all your shows back in the day now.
Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. And, you know, I'm glad, you know, thanks to me not joking on you, I'm still here today. So I appreciate it. You put me on the list.
No.
Yeah, boy, you came up missing on Halloween.
I know.
I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have another Mississippi guy on here to help me out.
He's not going to help you out, Justin.
Who we got?
Mike, you from Mississippi?
Yeah, I'm from Mississippi.
What part?
Vicksburg, right down the street from Madison.
Country ass.
Okay.
Hey, look. Hey, Steve, he said right down the street from Madison, like we know what Madison is.
Right.
He's around the
Madison. Vicksburg is an Indian word that means nothing to do. Look,
it means go to Memphis.
Right.
Well,
hey,
let's go ahead. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna talk so much noise to him because I know he can't reach me. He don't know where I am. So yeah.
He had his mama house in Tuscaloosa in the basement in his old room. Look at them Power Ranger posters on the
wall. It's by the Moonwings Lodge.
Okay, I know where that's at.
Hey, he had to stop playing because he got an STD from the Moonwings. And look, he didn't even have sex with nobody. He just walked in a room.
He just said Moonwings and he got it.
Just walked in.
Well, let's go ahead and jump into our first segment, Constant Chaos, everybody's favorite segment where Marvin gives his unfiltered view of what's going on in the world.
I hate this segment. I hate this. Go ahead.
And just whatever's on his mind. Marvin, what you got this week?
Man, we talked about this a few weeks ago, and I said, I felt like it was about to be the Wild Wild West, and they were opening a door that everybody thought it sounded good originally, but now that it's open, oh my God, you talking about Bryce Young with almost $1 million, and they just started doing these deals a month ago. So you looking at kids making millions in college now. So let me ask you a question. If you a 4-star quarterback, are you going to go to Alabama where you can make millions as a quarterback, or are you going to pick another school where you might make a few thousand? You can make life-changing money in college now by picking the right institution. I think that they really just gave Alabama the keys to the kingdom.
Yep. Everybody trying to go to Alabama. Even if you don't play, you can get rich.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve. I'm still wondering, would Ben Davis have made some if he stayed?
Yeah, he would have made it. Just look, being the longest tenure of a player for not playing, I would have got that jersey.
He'd have been the perfect representative for Fixer Flat.
Hey, Ben been there so long that Geritol would have endorsed him.
Hell no.
Hey, didn't Ben start
a Metamucil deal?
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. Hey, with this going on with Bryce Young and other players going to come up too, especially when the season start, you watch how full that transfer portal be with players trying to come to Alabama.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
It's gonna
Mike,
be crazy.
If we'd have had this when we were playing Mike, boy.
Hey, Marvin, hold up, Marvin. Look at Mike's face. Mike, like, man, that should go back.
He got eligibility left. Why not?
I got 1 point. I still think I'll be thinking NFL than NIL.
Yeah, you gonna think that.
Money. I don't want short-term money.
Right.
So, but you got to think about it though. A kid like Bryce Young, he's a sophomore. By the time Bryce Young leave Alabama, he might have made $5-10 million.
But you know what? It also has something to do with his performance too. Now,
right? Yeah,
he's being overhyped now because he's an Alabama quarterback, and they say he's looking good on 7-on-7 and all that. I heard this from the horse's mouth, Stephen M. But what I'm saying is, if he go out there and bust, them jerseys might sell for a quarter. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You bring up an interesting point. So what happens, like you said, if things start going south? Do the deals get pulled? Do they get lessened? What are we looking at here?
No, they just start stripping. I would.
Okay, well,
But here's the thing. And Marvin touched on this. no one, this is not being monitored.
Marvin touched on a lot of people. Go ahead.
He did.
This is not being monitored right now. That's number one. And then number two, it's, you know, at the same time, it's these businesses are not telling you how much these players can make anyway. They're not giving out any amounts.
Right.
Let me ask you a question though. Do they need to start thinking about maybe putting a cap on this, because this is a lot of money thrown in?
Don't put a cap on it. You don't open the door now. You
Right.
don't put a cap on coach's salaries. Hey, you better figure out the best way to manage it.
The kids.
You know what the thing is? But the thing is, I got this. This could be something that can also hurt, because what I'm saying is these kids could pay so much attention to the money and get and focus in the game itself. Because check this out, like Mike said, they could be thinking about their short-term money and forget about
hold on. But hold on. But Mike, you can attest to this too. A lot of your players, they ain't coming from good homes. They ain't coming from rich parents. Man, they coming from areas where they trying to eat. That's the reason why they playing the game.
I know. Yeah,
come from that hole in the wall.
You still can't misconstrue now.
Oh no, you can't. I'm saying get all.
If you want to get to the bigger,
I'm saying get it out.
You want to get to the NFL.
Right. Yeah, that's the goal. And see, the thing is, I think me and Mike are on the same page. What I mean by that is these kids could be getting this money. They ain't never seen money like that before, and get this money, and Marvin, they all of a sudden get complacent.
Right.
They get complacent and forget about the big picture.
Mm-hmm.
Now I ain't saying that, but what I'm saying is, what if a kid get hurt with his junior senior year? At least now he's made money. He can walk away.
Yeah, but that money ain't gonna
last long.
And then, Marvin, you gotta understand.
Hold on, what you mean? If he made $5 or $10 million, that's a decent income.
Yeah, but how many?
But Marvin, he's a kid. Do you know how many Jordans and you know how much they're gonna blow that money, brother? That's a kid, unless he goes out and hires a financial consultant. Okay. And I really don't believe these kids gonna go.
So what's the difference in him leaving school early in a year and making even more money a year and a half from now?
It's still a gamble. It's still a gamble you got to take. The thing is, what I'm saying is, if he makes that money, that's cool. It's helping him along the way. But again, what we're saying is, our concern is always a long term. I can't think about now. I got to continue to think about the future. So I'm thinking long term. Okay, I'm making this money. I'm gonna stack it, but I'm gonna keep my eye on the prize. Remember, Alabama finished the process. Finish the process.
I know, Steve. You still go on tour, yet you still making them ones, stripping down that wherever you stripping.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, I ain't got no bottoms on right now. Let me show y'all. Look.
Okay. let me move my screen a little bit. All right. Speaking of that, we got a question from the audience from Nick Saban Jr. Do you think these kids stay in school longer now because of NIL?
Hell yeah, it's a business.
I don't.
Hell yeah,
I wouldn't.
I'm saying this: if you're a first-round draft pick, you're gonna get up out of there. But I think it'll make second and third-round draft picks think about it, because if you making, some decent money, and you can come back to school and improve your draft stock, and you still making $200,000-$300,000 a year in college, which ain't much off the league minimum, it's beneficial for you to come back now.
Yeah, it is. But the thing is, I'm gonna tell you what's going to happen. And I think Steven touched on it. They are going to eventually have to put a cap on it, because you got to understand something. They're going to be kids coming back just to get that money. In other words, man, I'm going to come back another year because you see what I got paid. So, and then they're weighing the options whether they should go to the pros or whatever. And that's just what it is. It's not what's best for me. Now we're looking at a business standpoint. Should I come back and make this money, or should I risk it all and go try out in the pros? Because if I don't make a pro team, I lose it all.
So let me ask you a question. What's the difference between that and a coach who recruited you, taking a job at a bigger school the next year, leaving you for a coach you didn't even agree to play for?
Well, you know what? Okay, let me say this. That is the chance that you take in collegiate sports, because you got to understand, these coaches are trying to grow and get to the next level just like you are. And if they get another, like Marvin, if you were a coach and I can see you coaching, somewhere. But what I'm saying is, let's say you're coaching at Miles College. You recruit a lot of guys.
Why you gotta pick Miles College? Why?
Okay. I tell you what.
If I'm at Miles College in high school, offer me a job, I'm leaving. What you?
All right. So let's say you're at UAB.
Thank you.
All right, okay. Then you recruit a bunch of dogs. They like, man, I'm coming because Coach Constant gonna be my coach. All of a sudden, you get that call from Nick Saban. We finna offer you such and such $1 million.
Right.
Hey, dogs, y'all gonna have to find y'all another leader because I got to go. Because I got a family. Exactly. So that's just the nature of the game.
Exactly.
So that's what happens.
Now, Nick Saban has done a pretty good job, overcoming distractions in the past. But can even he deal with this and keep his players focused on the prize?
That's Nick Saban. Hell yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
And that's the big question right there. Can he keep it as a teachable moment to teach and instruct and not let this become a distraction?
Hey, I believe he can. I believe.
Now,
Let me say
I
this.
think I think the bigger question gonna be the locker room though, because Bryce making on that million level, but here comes little Brian Robinson where my paper at. Here come another guy, where mine at.
Well, you can see.
On the team.
You know what I see? I see this with Brian Robinson and other players. See, you got to understand, Bryce Young is a quarterback. He is already promised as being the great hype. All right. So now this is where Brian Robinson is going to come in. As the season progresses and he starts really dominating, that's what's going to come in. So, and guess what? Depending on how well he does, just like a wide receiver or whatever, they might just end up making more money than Bryce Young.
Hey, Steve, can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
Brian Robinson and Ben Davis, they members of the same class.
So they're senior, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me say this. But you know what the thing is? Brian Robinson had a legitimate reason to come back. He came back to show how valuable he really was because honestly, a lot of people, including me,
don't know.
Kind of upset because he would get in and then start doing his thing, and next thing you know, he's getting pulled out because of Najee. I get it, but now he's waited his turn, so now he's gonna show the world what he got. Plus, he's gonna up his draft stock. So that's now with Ben Davis. You get in and everybody hyping you up, including Stephen M. Hyping you up.
I was told this about Ben. Ben was gonna fail again.
Yeah, but you had me hype. I'm walking around my room that I grew up in, butt naked, all hype. He ain't gonna do the damn thing,
And he put on
my bad, Steve. My bad.
Then when it got me a Ben jersey, Ben Davis jersey made because they don't sell them nowhere,
Yeah. James Knox has a question in the audience. How long will it be before these kids get paid in high school, especially the ESPN Top 100?
We don't know about that. I can't answer that.
I don't.
Whoa.
But I tell you what these coaches are doing. They are paying these families under the table to move kids to certain areas so they can go to their high schools. That's been done for years. I remember my coach paid my mama to move me out of the area. I'm like, God damn.
Hold on, Steve. Why you had to move out, bro? Why they
first I was at Central, and then Mama said, I got this check, we got to move to Hope. I go to Hope. Mama said, I got this check, you got to move to Hillcrest. I'm like, okay. Then we get another check the following week, I'm in Parkview. I'm like, come on now.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Steve Brown, the only man in the history of football to block a kickoff.
What?
Hey, Mike, and I ran it back. Hey, Mike, but look, I blocked the kickoff and ran it back to our goal line. Hey, and Mike, guess who tackled me though? Guess who tackled me?
Who
The
talking?
coach, my coach. And guess what? And after that move, Mama got another check. So now I'm in Pickens County.
Hey, Marvin's the only person to be nominated to the Hall of Fame for the wrong school.
Yeah.
Listen, man, they wanted to put me on their wall. I guess they needed a big name. Hey, so more power to them. They felt like they needed to put me on their wall. More power to them.
Well, guys, let's go ahead and move on to why we're here, and that's to honor this man, Mr. Michael Myers. I'd like to open up the questioning. Mike, I got to ask this, man. You initially chose Ole Miss, but went to Hines Junior College, like another former Alabama defensive lineman, John Copeland. What about that meeting with Coach Stallings led you to change your mind and go to Bama?
At the time, I was just looking at the defense, seeing myself fitting into the defense, and knowing that they put Copeland and Curry just left into the league. I said, I can do the same thing. I'm looking at my ability there, but I say, we about the same. So I know I can plug myself into the defense and just do great things. So that was my way of just saying, I'm going to go to Alabama instead of Ole Miss. And plus, they fired their coaching staff. I think the defense side. And I think the head coach retired, too.
And it's Ole Miss. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's true. Ain't nothing there. Not going to test.
No, you know what?
Hey. Defense on me, too.
Hey,
they were going to run a 3-4. I said, no, I don't play that.
Hey, so really, he talking about considering going to Ole Miss. I think we need to conclude this interview and just get him off. I can't believe this.
Ole Miss put guys in the league, too. And they had a great defense.
Yeah, one every 10 years.
I know.
Hey, New Jack says, if I got a bowling alley, I'd let Eric Anders be my DJ. Okay.
That ain't got nothing to do with the show.
Exactly.
I think Eric still like fighting. Eric still like to fight.
I beat Eric ass.
All right. So Mike, listen, man.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, man. You played for America's team, man. What was that like playing for the Dallas Cowboys, man? I mean, because again, it's Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, man. Hey, hold up. Marvin, I thought you was gonna ask that question we discussed though. You thought you was gonna say you played for for America's team. Did you ever get crabs? That's what I think. That's what we. So don't listen. Go ahead and answer the question. Man. That's what I thought you was gonna ask.
It come with it.
Yeah.
But but like playing for the Dallas Cowboys, it was a whirlwind. Because Jerry want to be doing the most.
All in the pictures, all in the field.
Yeah. I didn't understand then, but now I do. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
So he want to do the most to present the Dallas Cowboys. So that's playing overseas. He want to do that. So that's an extra preseason game for us for no reason.
Well,
it's all about making money for Jerry.
Did you ever have to go against Larry Allen?
The first 5 years of my career.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that one, man. Talk to us about that collision every day.
It only made me better going against him and Nate Newton.
That was my next question. But Larry Allen wasn't good. If Larry Allen got his hands on you, you might as well just lay down. Because it was
I held my ground most of the time. I don't say all the time, but most of the time.
So my question is, did you have a party with Michael Irvin?
Yes, we partied.
Okay.
The whole Cowboys team together party.
All right, really?
Yeah. Back then we were one family.
All right.
Everybody party.
Oh, look, come to the closer look, come to the camera, look close. Let me see. You say you partied with Michael Irvin, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he good. He good. He good. Hey, look. Hey, you gonna get a knock on your door in about 5 minutes. You gonna need
Yes.
to stuff.
The federal marshal's gonna be at his door because of this interview.
Hey, Mike, see, they don't know about what was going on back then at Sting and at Carson's, at DG's, all them places.
I know.
They don't.
How much easier was the NFL games, after going against Larry Allen, Nate Newton every day in practice? Is that why you erupted for 73 tackles one year?
Right. It was an easy game. Practice against Larry, really the whole offensive line for Dallas Cowboys back then with Emmett, Darryl Johnson, Troy. It really made the game easy for me whenever I got into play. Because I knew going against them, there wasn't nobody in the league at that time better than them.
Hey, so my question is, did you ever, were you on the team that played against Miami as well?
No. I was out there.
Okay, because I'm saying, did you play against Miami on that national championship team?
No.
Okay, because the reason I asked, because I don't know, I've been hearing a lot of chatter from coming from Miami, about the upcoming. I've been hearing a lot of chatter, and I was just wondering what you thought about it,
Hey, Will has a question. Who in the Dallas Cowboys could bench press 700 pounds?
Larry Allen.
Larry Allen.
The only one.
The only one.
I'll slap the hell out of Larry.
Hey, Mike. So every time we have one of the legends on here, they talk about how much Coach Stallings was a father figure to them. So just for you, when dealing with you, how much of a father figure was Coach Stallings to you?
Gene, to me, was a no-nonsense coach. The way I like it. He just wanted you to come to practice, do your job, stay out of trouble. That's how I like it. He treats you like a man. So you come and do those things for him, hey, he'll give you the word. So come into practice, do your job, stay out of trouble, hey, great place to be.
Well, unfortunately, Marvin Constant couldn't do that. But anyway.
Hey, speaking of coaches, Mike, Kevin Jackson wanted me to ask you about your relationship with Mike DeBose in those practices. He said you used to get to it every day, and you should crack them up.
Yeah, Mike was my D-line coach and the defensive coordinator. Hey, I like the style of defense he ran. And it's played to my ability, so I used to come in rec practice. I come in rec practice and go back to the dorm. I used to have a fun time in practice.
Hold on, Mike DeBose ended up being the coach at Alabama too, didn't he?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
How long was he coach there?
To 2000, 97 to 2000.
He was the head coach when I was there.
So he was your coach too, Marvin? Your coach too?
I can't. What? I was what?
He was your coach as well?
Yeah. Kiss my.
There ain't no way to talk to him his first show back in a while, man.
I mean, Marvin hostile today, man.
It's his mama's birthday too, man.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey. Every time Alabama would lose, I see Mike DeBose on the sideline fixing that one string of hair. Like, shit. Damn. Hey, when I put ESPN on, they didn't even have to show the score. You'll see Mike DeBose like, man, shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna lose.
Hey, Marvin, Waylon's giving you props, man. The 1999 team should have played for the national championship. They were that great.
Yeah, we should have played for the national championship, man. We really should have,
What happened?
Huh?
What happened?
Well, we won the SEC championship, but we lost one game. We shouldn't have. We didn't have playoffs back then. Back then, it was BCS system, so top two teams in the country played for the championship. I think we were number 3 and number 4 at the time of the championship game. So, if you weren't 1 or 2, you didn't get in.
That was that favoritism BS to me.
Yeah.
They didn't choose the best team. They just chose the team that had the most hype.
Right. So we talked a little bit about this earlier, and in '92 we had Eric Curry and John Copeland. They fed off one another and challenged each other. It seemed to be the same with you and Chris Hood. Man, y'all used to wreck it, man. Can you talk about y'all on that defensive line?
Yeah, during that time, me and Chris Hood, we could challenge each other. Who's gonna get the most sacks? Who's gonna get the most tackles for losses? Like, it was even great when they moved us from one side, playing beside them, and I was on the other side. When we was on the other side together, it was a shutdown over that. But when I flip-flop from side to side, we just challenge each other. Then I'm finna go make this play. So it just make everybody on defense try to get to the ball. So having that competition between the defensive line itself made everybody want to get to the ball.
You better be glad Gene played with me, because y'all wouldn't have had no time.
And you know what? So
Marvin, they better have that they play with Kenny. Kenny would have had no tackles.
Oh man, it sounds like they were Kenny.
Oh, Mike know Kenny. Hey,
Yeah.
Mike, hey, listen, man. Mike, when I tell you Kenny's supposed to be in the B gap, Kenny all the way out there in the wide
I
nine.
know.
Kenny do whatever Kenny want to do. I'm like, come on, man.
So Mike, let me ask you this. So what do you think of Alabama's D-line this past season? Here we go, Marvin.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go, Marvin.
The D-line for the past, I want to say 4 or 5 years. They don't pass us.
Hey, Mike, hold on, Mike. Let's just get straight. What do you think about Alabama's defensive coordinator? Let's just cut to the chase.
Here we go. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Before you answer that, hold on. Yeah, you ready? Answer the question. Wait a minute. Answer the question. Go ahead.
The defensive line, the pass.
Defensive coordinator.
No, let me answer the question too.
Where is the coordinator from? Where's the coordinator from?
Apparently nowhere on this planet, because he
from Central High School.
Ask me.
He was Central High School. The PE coach.
Is he calling the defense or Saban calling the defense?
He is.
He calling the defense.
Is he calling the defense?
Yeah.
To me, I'm a defensive line. I'm biased. I think the defense set up for the linebacker to make all the plays.
We talking about the overall performance. When you look at certain games, how teams easily put up points on us, it seemed like we weren't getting the pressure we needed for the defenses we were trying to run.
The defense not fast enough, first of all. If I'm an offensive coordinator, I would know how to the defense all day, every day. They not fast.
But what I'm saying is, you being a defensive line guru that you are, did you notice that our defensive line, our pass rush wasn't about nothing?
Zero. I'm telling you, the last 4 or 5 years, zero. Name me a pass rush from the defensive line.
Hey Marvin, we finally got us a real one, huh? We finally got
one.
It only took us.
So Mike, let me ask you though, Mike. So when you're not getting that type of pressure with your D line, why are you still blitzing, leaving your corners and your safeties one-on-ones with receivers, getting them roasted? If you know you're not getting the pressure you need to make that ball come out fast enough, then you need to switch to some type of zone pressure, zone man, something. Get away from that man-to-man and all that blitzing if you can't get the pressure.
Right, you're not getting it. First of all, they run the 3-4, right?
Yeah.
So you got 3 big hogs that can't pass rush. They all 320, 310. They can't pass rush.
And
so
we haven't been getting any rush out of our outside linebackers either.
Oh, no?
Well, you know what? We have, but it hasn't been consistent.
But you know what's happening to defense? The offense scoring 45 points a game. So everybody knows the team's gonna have to pass the ball to catch up. So really, he can call any kind of blitz because they know they ain't guys in the mode to get points. So the offense is definitely defense.
I'm ready to get back to the years where we was giving up 7 points a game average.
I'm looking at this Alabama defense and really the whole team this year. I don't see 45 points a game from this from this Alabama team.
You know what? I said the same thing. Now, if that does happen, they need to get rid of defense coordinator immediately because they got everybody back, and they have a spring training. So that means they got more experience. And as a matter of fact, Marvin, they are coming in projected as the #1 defense in the nation right now.
And anything less than that is a failure because this is what you have to look at too. Alabama fans have been spoiled these past 4 years. There's no more Jalen Waddle. No more Jerry Judy. No more Ruggs. No more Smith. All them boys gone. Them 4 first-round
No more Najee.
Right.
No more. Right. That's 5 first-round picks, including your quarterbacks. All them are first. You don't have that wealth of talent no more. These are all young guys now.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, Marvin. Yeah, you do.
I'm saying I say young guys that have to step up.
But you got that. Like from what I understand, this JoJo Earl is another Jalen Waddle. Is another guy.
We gonna see. But I'm just saying that core group played together for 3-4 years, and they did work for 3 or 4 years.
Hold on, wait, time out. Listen. This is what I want y'all to stop doing. Please stop telling me we gonna see. I get tired of it. Every time I ask my coach in high school, can I get in the game? We gonna see.
Hey, if you're going to say we going to see, you might as well be a Georgia fan.
But you know why I say we going to see? Because Mike can attest to this. I was actually having a conversation the other day with Gerald Dixon and Terry Jones Jr., and we were talking about some of the guys we played with, how guys come in hype. Y'all can come in with all the hype in the world.
Right.
Not all the hype produces on the field.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the spring game this year. That don't look like 45 points a game.
And that's what I'm saying.
Hold on, Steven.
Right don't always translate.
Well, hold on, Steven. What do you see?
The future? What's going on?
2024.
Marvin.
No, you got the inside.
Hey, Steven, hold on. Look at me. What did I just eat?
I don't know.
Okay.
Come on, Steve.
All right. So, what are you seeing out there or hearing, Steven? What are you hearing?
Okay. Defensively, this is going to be a dangerous group. This is going to be a very dangerous group on defense. Now, offense, I'm hearing more pass. Yeah. Especially you got 5 backs. Brian Robinson going to be #1. That's already been settled. He's #1.
He's #1, but he's not going to get that many touches.
Well, Saban going to want to rotate the guys. Brian going to be out there first, but Saban going to want to rotate them guys.
Because he's a senior. He really don't want no senior.
No, hey, man, I beg to differ. Brian Robinson can carry that.
No. He can carry it, but he's not going to get that many touches.
Why you say that?
Because he's
going to be a 3 or 4 running back rotation.
Yes, he want to get them young guys. Because he already know that's going to be the future for Alabama.
Oh, I get it.
Not Brian Robinson.
No, I understand it, but see, you understand.
He's going to start it. Probably get his 15 carries, but the next 20 going to be split between them other 3 guys.
Yeah, I get it.
But then it also comes down to how quick does B-Rob hit it out the gate. Because you go back to last year, Najee was so dominant, like Steve mentioned. When you wanted to get B-Rob in there, Najee kept getting hot. So you had to keep Najee out there.
Right.
Hey, so Steven, what are you seeing with the receivers?
With the receivers, we got Mechie first. It's going to be Mechie out there.
Right.
This Jameson Williams, Cal State, he's really good. So the kid from Ohio State's going to get in there. Say it again.
I heard he's supposed to be a starter. I think he took, what's his name, Slade Bolden's spot, I think.
No, Slade's third.
Okay.
Slade's third. Now among the freshmen, Ajay Hall gonna sneak his way in there. He gonna sneak his way in there, Ajay Hall, the freshman.
Mm-hmm. You know what though? You know who I'm not sold on, and y'all might say I'm not sold on Slade Bolden yet. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I don't know. I like him, but I'm not sold on him yet. Is he that good, Steven?
I like Billinger.
Billingsley.
Oh yeah, I like the
Billingsley.
Nice now.
Yeah.
Now both of the tight ends are nice. They are.
Yeah.
Both tight ends are nice. But I'm saying with Slade, Bill O'Brien thinks he's got a Julian Edelman with Slade. So that's why. Or Wes Welker. So that's why he gonna have Slade in the slot. Slade's gonna work a lot out of the slot.
Talk him up now, Steve. He wants to be on the show. I talked to him a few days ago. So
okay.
So what about this JoJo Earl kid? I'm hearing a lot of great things about him. I heard this dude is probably gonna be the one starting.
He probably gonna be special team. He probably gonna be special team.
Mike, there you go right there. At the very least,
I know he's from Alito. I'm down here.
At the very least, kickoff return, punt return. At the very least.
Yeah.
A quick question from the audience: what year do you think Alabama had the best defense?
Ooh.
Damn, that's a hard one.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
If I had to put my hat on it, I would say 2011.
Who was on that team?
Courtney Upshaw, Dante
Hightower.
Oh, yeah.
All them boys.
You know what? They had probably the best talented linebackers.
Right.
Oh, but that's the year they had that 9-6 game with LSU. Then they played them getting the championship.
Right.
LSU didn't even cross the 50-yard line.
Oh yeah. I gotta say that one too.
I'm gonna go 2016 just because I went to Arms and how that defense used to score points. How that defense would score points was crazy.
Hold on.
Is to stop people from scoring.
Hold on. Look. He's gonna try to rub it in. I like that defense because I got to go to all their games. Look.
I'm sitting here watching Tim Williams get the sack, force the fumble, and score. I'm watching Jonathan Allen go 75 yards, fumble return, touchdown. I'm watching Deron Payne.
That's three then. Come on, keep naming.
Hey, you know what? Hold on. So you know what? You know what? You watched the defense that probably had the most takeaways.
Right.
That's three in the NFL right there. Who else on that defense?
I like defense that may stop. I like a defense that shut an offense down under 100 yards of total offense. And that's what the 2011 team gave you. It gave that team average, I think it was like 70, 80 yards a game total offense. It was something
83.6.
Ooh,
yeah, it was
83.6.
Wait a minute. No, you got a calculator in your glasses?
I guarantee you, he got one of the Casio watches on with all them buttons on there.
Yeah,
that's the feature, man.
He got designed by Iron Man. What it was.
But that 2011 defense was one of the greatest ever, man. The only game they lost was 9-6, and that was because they had a sorry kicker. Man,
no, there's a bad call by a referee.
Bring up that man's name. Don't bring up that man's name.
Hey, they still don't put him on
scholarship. Sorry kicker.
He still don't put kickers on scholarship, Don.
Waste of a scholarship.
I wonder how many NIL deals they're getting. Hey, just announced, guys. Derrick Henry was announced to be on the All-Century team by Bleacher Report.
He should have been. He should have been on that bitch when he was born. Look,
he the man.
He should have been on that when he was born.
He should have his contract if I was him.
Oh my God.
Speaking of all-time defenses, Mike, man, if this is your time to give your defense some pop, man. A lot of people don't realize just how good y'all were. Y'all had some dudes on there. I mean, all y'all pretty much run in the NFL. If you would, man, prop up your defense because they were something.
Yeah, because back then we didn't have no offense.
Yep.
Like they do now. No quarterback. Our quarterback is the coach. No receivers.
Hey, hold on, Mike. Can I ask you a question? When Freddie used to throw the ball, he had one speed, right?
Quack. Hey, them ducks were coming out of this. Man, hey. We knew if we can get 14, 17 points from the offense, we can win the game.
Man, speaking of Freddie, in that Iron Bowl, he threw 5 interceptions. 5.
I know.
And guess what? Everybody who intercepted the ball broke their hand.
I'm done for summer one.
Matter of fact,
back then, we was.
Hold on. Freddie Kitchens or Spencer Pennington?
Oh hell no! Both of them garbage.
Kitchen probably.
I
Mike
had
say that because he know they're gonna eat good. Mike say that because he know they're gonna eat good after the game over.
you know Freddie knew where the buffet was. Oh my bad.
Hey, do you realize how depressing it has to be a quarterback that's a bust at Alabama? Do you know, because Alabama fans love you when you good, but when you oh my God, you know, can you imagine Freddie Kitchens walking up in Walmart in Tuscaloosa? There is some bitch go right there. and the whole aisle 6 converge on him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Steve, no, you didn't, bro. No, you didn't, Steve.
You had to.
It's been a blessing now. Alabama getting great quarterbacks.
Yeah, right.
We were just getting average quarterbacks back then because they knew we was gonna run the ball. Alabama back then running the ball, run, and maybe throw it on third down.
Hey man, all you needed was Dennis Riddle, man. That's it.
I know, and we had a slew of running backs too. We had 4 running backs.
No doubt. Hey, let's go ahead and talk about that 96 Iron Bowl, man. Y'all got off to a fast start, and then Freddie Kitchens happened. And man, that's one of the best games in Alabama history. Can you kind of go through your experience in that game?
It was a dogfight. What we won, 17, 16, something like that?
24-20.
Yeah, 24.
I see Steven glasses twitching. He finna come over there. He's gonna come up with it in 5. Oh. You look at Steven Glass, they say buffering. Yeah. His left lens says loading. So give me
I know y'all can't get nothing done with me.
This is hey, Justin. This is why I miss Steve, man. I had to do all the comedy myself.
Oh hell no! Is that why we lost ratings? And our ratings dropped.
Wait a minute. Spencer says, "Come on, y'all. Look back at the offensive line. Freddie had to work behind. You can't blame that offensive line for what he did. Mike, he sat there and held the ball for 20 seconds." And
man, just to get him mad. Hold on, what?
Then he tried to escape on his 7.8 speed and just threw it up to whoever was there.
He wasn't throwing it up; it was straight line.
Yeah.
Hey man, look, I've seen Freddie Kitchens drop back to throw a pass, but before he threw the pass, he was like, "Wait a minute, let me lick this chocolate off my fingers." Right. Oh no, and then get sacked. No. Lick this.
Marcel West go to catch a pass and there's hot sauce on his hands.
Like, damn, what is this?
Hey, Mike, your former teammate Kelvin Moore said the other day that he loved running 22 stunt with you. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it got to be a X stunt with the D in and the D tackle, or had to be a twist. I mean, he was roommates, so we game plan every game together. What we gonna do? So we always have bets going into the game.
And it had nothing to do with the playbook. They just, hey, look, hey man, look, them girls gonna be in the stands. So this is what I want you to do. I need you to I need you to play dead. I'm gonna jump over you. You get up and sack the quarterback.
Let's come out the game healthy, but we know we're gonna go party at the CC.
I remember them parties at the CC. Marvin used to have biker shorts with his shirt tucked in. I'm like, Marvin, what are you doing?
I'm gonna let you have that one.
Hey, he was the only one. He was the only one that he was the only one in that dancer to back that ass up. Not back not back that ass up, but back. I'm so damn funny. I'm so damn funny. I'm so funny. I'm having a ball. Oh God.
I got reeled in just a little bit.
Have y'all heard that song? It's awful. Have y'all heard that song? It is awful.
I have.
Marvin, you heard that song?
Nah, I have not.
Y'all ain't heard that song? They redid Back That Ass Up and made it Vax That Ass Up. It's awful. What's it? Yeah, they did it. What's his name? Juvenile. They did it.
Juvenile.
Awful.
Wow.
That's what Mike. Hey, Mike. That's an example of putting your name on a bad deal. Tell these athletes, don't put your name on just anything. Juvenile shouldn't put his name on that crap.
It's awful, man. It's awful.
I think Stephen M. Smith is going to use it to open the shows now.
Justin?
I can see him now. He opening his show up. He got a needle, but he dropped his glasses. He stick the wrong person.
So back to football.
He mess around and stick Paul Feinbaum. I'm like, damn it. Hey, Justin. Like, ladies and gentlemen, this is Paul Feinbaum.
So
I'll stop.
The grand finale of the 96 season was the Outback Bowl, but it was also Stallings' last game as a coach. Even watching it today, the moment is still surreal. What did it mean to you, especially getting that victory for Coach Stallings?
Meaning we capped it off with a 10-win season. I think we had a 10-win season every year he'd been there. So I think that was a good thing for us to send him out on top, win the Outback Bowl. Great run by Sean and great pickoff by Dwayne Rudd in that game to seal the deal. And then I think the next year, did Michigan win the national championship? The next year?
Yeah, they did. They did. It was a split championship.
Okay.
I tell you what, speaking of Michigan, if they don't do that this year, Harbaugh's done.
You think?
Harbaugh's done in Michigan. He's done. If they don't do anything this year, because he's been the great white hype for how many years now? And the thing is, if he can't beat Ohio State, he's done.
He's not gonna beat him this year. But he took a pay cut too, then.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They gave some of his money to me. Look, so hey, now, hold on. Now you saying Ohio State? I just don't see Ohio State coming back strong like that after the butt whooping they took. Alabama took their confidence, their heart, they took everything.
I know.
I don't see them coming back like they being dominant like that. I just don't see it.
Well, they are in the Big Two. I mean, the Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Yeah, you're right. The Big Two, and number 2 team.
Bro, the big one. The big one.
So
Marvin, where'd you go to? When you want to take your waist train off? Where'd you go?
You dip, Steve.
he wanted to pull his waist trainer down. Like,
All right, before we move to our next segment, real quick, Michael, if you can, tell us what your favorite moment was at Alabama or your best game.
Favorite moment or best game?
them girls in the bar.
No, probably. All my game was good.
That's true.
Because I feel like football. So anytime we get a chance to play football, I'm gonna try to do my best. So all the game was good to me. That was my best moment. Just playing in front of the crowd in Alabama, going on the road and silencing the crowd. So all those are my best moments. Just being able to play football.
Hey, well, I got a question. I got a question, and this is real talk. I always ask the players is how does it feel coming out that tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah, how does it feel? That's like, to me, that's like the best
All,
feeling.
that's what Tupac say, all eyes on you. All eyes on you. All 65, back then with 65,000, 80, 70,000. All eyes on you. It's time to put on a show. That's what we done, right?
And like I say, be glad you didn't play with me because you wouldn't have had no time.
I don't know, man.
It's been hard to come back. Ask Rudd.
Hey, man, you better ask Kenny, ask Kendall, ask Jared, ask any of them. Anything that move, I was sniping. Them boys like, he ain't gonna let us have nothing. Nope.
That's what Ralph Staten had to do, man. He had to try to sneak in where he could, and he was good.
I wasn't sneaking them. I had double figures in tackles in every game. I didn't have to sneak them. I was going out there banging out 13, 18. We weren't trying to be on the field that long, though.
Huh? We weren't trying to be on the field that long.
Shots fired.
It's hard to get 18 tackles now. We weren't trying to be on the field that long.
But that's all, pretty much all the time. You gotta understand.
Right.
That year we had the number 2 defense in the country, so we weren't on the field long.
Right.
But the times we were on the field, I was taking everything that moved.
Right.
Oh, snap. All right. Well, let's move to our final segment, and that's with Stephen M. Smith, the depth chart, where he gives us the latest on the Alabama Crimson Tide. Stephen M. Smith, I heard you got some news about Jalen Milroe. What you got for us?
Take a puff of your inhaler, man. Take a puff. Come on, get it together.
I don't need no inhaler, Marvin. I'm good.
He's gonna be number 2.
Milroe's having a good summer. I mean, Milroe, his journey and Jalen Hurts' journey are kind of one and the same. I mean, they're both from Texas. They're both weightlifting extraordinaires. I mean, the guy was squatting over 500 pounds, moving weight like it was nothing. He's built like a linebacker, but he got a cannon. He can throw the ball. Very fast, athletic, quick with it. So the question going to be the first 2 weeks of fall camp, because fall camp starts August 5th. So in the first 2 weeks, how fast can he pop? That's the big thing.
Hey, Steven, this is what I'm hearing about this guy. If the first string quarterback gets hurt and he ends up getting in the game, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. That's how
that's what I'm saying, Steve.
Huh?
How long is he going to wait? Because it looks like 2 years, he ain't finna play nothing.
I don't know, man. I don't know because I think once he learns the system, now you got to look at
It's a new system for both of them, right?
No, right? No, yeah. Well, he's a freshman coming in.
It's still a new coach though.
Okay, but see, well, yeah, you're right. Okay, so the thing is, the dude is already a better athlete.
I already know because I'm from Texas. I'm down here.
You ain't from Texas. You live in Texas.
I'm not from Texas, but I've been
from the great state of Mississippi.
I know, but I've seen him play.
So Steven, can you confirm that the guy is that good?
Yeah.
The guy's got a lot of it. I'm telling you, he's got a lot of it. And that's what I'm saying. The first 2 weeks, he turned some heads. And I'm going to say this. Watch Nick Saban. If a lot of stuff come out about him and Nick Saban trying to shush the story down,
no, he is.
You know he is. if Nick Saban trying to shush that story down, that's going to tell you a lot right there.
And then both of them going to end up playing, I believe. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. From what I'm hearing, Paul Tyson is out the mix. He ain't even in the mix no more.
No, he ain't in the mix. No.
I think Paul Bear Bryant should raise up from his grave and say, "Come on, son, sit down."
Yeah.
Just float away like this. Just float away.
Actually, Paul is still running second team right now.
What?
And he's still running second team right now.
That's why I say, how long is Milroe going to wait?
Do you think that's primarily because that Milroe hadn't quite learned all the playbook yet? But
they don't want him to learn the playbook. That's what they don't want him to learn the playbook.
Oh,
You know, one of the things that I had to learn at a young age. A lot of times, coaches recruit kids that they don't want to play against, just to house.
That's true.
Yes. Yep.
Hey man, that you know what? That brings a question. Well, I'm gonna let you finish your segment. Go ahead, Steven. I'm sorry. Go ahead, because I was just thinking about something else. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, Steve. Go ahead. Do you think?
No, okay. That brings a question. Everybody's talking about this De'Aaron King or whatever, the guy from Miami. You know how he's a triple threat. Do you think he's gonna be a problem for Alabama in the first game?
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem. Only problem is how bad they gonna wear his ass out.
I know that's right.
I'm just saying, will he be able to move? He got hurt in the Cheez-It Bowl. Is he gonna be able to move?
The what bowl?
The Cheez-It Bowl.
Hey Marvin, if you will, can you stop putting boogers on the screen, please? Okay. That's nasty. Thank you. He got hurt in what bowl?
The Cheez-It Bowl.
All right. So, last question. My last question is this: Steven, how can you get all five of us? Yeah, me, Mike, Marvin, and Justin on the Paul Feinbaum show. So let's talk to us about that. How can you do that?
Yeah, that's something we need to know.
Yeah, because I want to get born. I want to be on there with my shirt off. I want to show titties, love handles, dog bites. I want to show it all.
That's right. And I think the world needs to see it.
Yes.
I will run Paul's team. I'll run it by Paul's team.
No, I don't want you to tell us what we want to hear. I want you to tell us what you actually going to do.
Yeah, you're gonna run it. You know what? You know what? You can tell when somebody's lying to you, because every time I got fired from my job, they'll say I'll run it by management. If you want I never heard from nobody.
I mean,
even though I did still out of the register, I still never heard back.
Well, Stephen M. Smith, we appreciate that. You know, we're coming up towards the end of our show. Before we close out, of course, the regular news and announcements, but we'll start things off with an update on Marvin Constant's book. Marvin, if you tell us how that's going and give us the latest scoop on how it's changing lives and how we can get our hands on it.
Hey, man, the book, doing what the book does, like I said, I'm in the process of training myself for my 42nd birthday. So trying to be in the best shape of my life when I turn 42. So, you're looking for a challenge or you're just looking to start, no matter what your skill level is, there's a workout program in the book for you. You want to grab a copy, you can go to 40, number 4040 plus strong.
And you know what? I'm going to say this, man, that I got to say this, all jokes aside, that book, you need to get it, real talk. Mm-hmm. I'm training I'll be 54 years old, July 27. I'm training. And thanks to that book, I got love handles. Look now, the thing is.
Hey, Steve, sticking with you. Speaking of jokes, man, talk to us about the Stardome in Birmingham.
Oh, I'll be in the Comedy Club Stardome, man. Tickets are selling fast, like right now, people. July 30th through the August 1st. The shows are guaranteed to sell out. Get your tickets, man. Stardome.com. It's going to be wonderful. So I'm looking forward to Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, surrounding areas to come out. Steven, you coming, man? You coming to one of my shows?
Man, you know we talk like this, baby.
There it is. Bring Paul too, so I can talk to him, because I know you're not gonna say shit to him.
As far as the CTS, the Stingray Scoop is on Friday, covering the week in sports. If y'all have any questions for the show or want any guests to appear, email us thebamastandard@gmail.com. Next week, we have the one and only John Parker Wilson, who'll be jumping on the show with us.
Really?
Oh.
Hey, well, dog, I'll be out of the country. Dog, you know what? I real talk. I'll be out of the country. I'm gonna see. Can I steal somebody's Wi-Fi over there and get on? And speaking of Stingray, I don't like Stingray. I'm putting it on record. I don't like him because he was from Mississippi, and then he gonna try to jump and be on Alabama's bandwagon. I don't like you, sir. You're not a real Bama fan. Roll Tide. And I will fight you. I'll fight you. Yes, I will. I will fight you, sir.
Well, Mike, man, thank you so much for coming on, brother. We enjoyed it. It was great, honoring you. And if you would, man, tell us what's up next for you, and for the fans that are still trying to keep up with you, how they can reach you on social media.
More killings.
I know. What's up with me? I'm now gonna be a cheerleader for my kids. I got one gonna be a junior high school, and I got a junior in college.
Boy, I'm about to say, man, look, man, don't you say that. I'm glad you said for my kids. I'm like, I know this big joker that come in here and come out. I know he didn't just come on this show and come out the closet.
That's true, Steve. You thought you had a fan. You thought you could say somebody else went down the same path you went down. Hey, Mike. Mike,
Yeah.
he don't want to tell you he was a base.
Come on, Steve.
Hey, man, look, boy, stop. Look.
Now it was great to be on the show, man. Hey, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Hey,
We will not.
Y'all will.
Bro, I can't feel my side, bro. I cannot feel my side.
You can't see it either. Look.
Yeah, man, you're welcome back anytime, Mike. So we plan on doing a reunion show. So we're gonna get some of your boys together, man, and do it right for you guys.
Okay. Just send me a link, man. I'll tune in anytime.
All right.
Thank you. We appreciate you, Mike.
Y'all talk.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for a great show. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I'm gonna beat up Sting.